at least a decent kind of ban coming through.
When the body suffers,
Oh,
your
this is
team
okay.
banning.
Archive being banned, Respect, Benedetta also being banned. That is something that okay, it makes a lot of sense considering that early on we did see them kind of make a lot of space and they don't exactly want to deal with it, so it makes a lot of sense. Hanzo banned, Respect coming in again. But Expo being picked off means that the sun will be slid off in the hands of Pasti Menang. Okay, this is tough. Tercemar, what do we do? How do we do with this sun? First pick. Seems like the meta. Can we deal with this sun?
Well,
is there a way?
The way that they managed to answer that is to pick the Khalid yesterday, and the Khalid should be able to actually hold his very own, even with whatever pressure that's being thrown off. And it's all about the AoE spells as well that can actually hit. So that's where Tigreal is also going to be a clear answer if you want brick wall him. But usually nowadays Tigreal seems to be more of like a supportive kind of role, isn't it?
It has always been in that situation here. It's all about just disruptive, being extra disruptive as possible in terms of objectives. So Farsa are going to be secured, denying it away from AK Gaming, which makes a lot of sense considering that how his Feather Astra has been really detrimental and isolating in all these team fights, which I feel like he was one of the biggest contributions in the previous fight, where everyone besides Tercemar just could not back out just because every time they try and re-engage, the Feather Astra is there. So, AK Gaming, this time with the Valer, again, Tank Valer coming from him. Harley also going to be picking coming from Big Street Gaming. Sorry, it was Big Street Gaming playing the Forza early on.
Yeah, so if we were to actually go in for this sort of composition, you still need a little bit more of a mixed damage output. Now I'm just seeing many of it coming in from the magic damage department. Yes, you can argue that Sun does dish out significantly a lot because you just got to factor in all the clones that can actually contribute as well. But Claude is going to be that blaze that they need to set it all up in flames. And whatever clones that you have, it doesn't really matter so long as the Blaze Duet's there to really take them all out.
Yeah, having the Claude, having the Blaze Duet is going to be able to clear out the Sun illusions. But the question here now is that Pasti Menang is in a situation where the Valer is going to be played in tank role. It might flex it up. They've got a lot of mage potential. But do they want to force it out by picking the Gaja just because it's a good pick out to actually clutch the Claude, or maybe even just stick with the Cho, which is also great counters to kind of catch the Claude very well.
And once again, for those of you audience who are currently watching, why is it a 2-0 point out there? As we stated since the start of the tournament itself, the ones that have win in the upper brackets finals, they will get their shot to, of course, lock right in for the grand finals. And this is where the 1 point advantage format comes in, because you gone through the upper brackets and disadvantage, so you get that sort of advantage as compared to the lower bracket. This sort of format has been running around since early 2000s when there were so many of all these different kind of game tournaments going on. So it's just a reintroduction of this sort of format.
Agreed. But as of now, seeing how that Cho is going to be picked here, this means that they will have the catch potential. But to my surprise, Sicilian being picked. This is
actually pretty good. Like, you look at the AoE damage as well, and that department, and how you can actually go in for a little bit of a switch up. So Sicilian definitely has something to offer. And the previous time that we saw Tercemar taking on Pasti Menang, there was a Sicilian in play, and I guess when there is pretty much a vampire, you just got to, of course, fight vampire with another vampire, and that is where that
is. Okay, is Alice actually a vampire?
Yes, or you can say a succubus.
Oh yeah, she is a succubus, but is it a
technically yes?
Yeah, my folklore in MLBB is kind of crappy. Getting this super into that, but now. Kaja being picked from the side of Tercemar means that they are having a lot of catch potential for this Harley. Anyone being caught from Kaja is going to get one shot at. I actually like Tercemar's draft a little bit more this game.
Yeah, this is looking to be quite well prepared, but then Pasti Menang does have a lot of a safety net, doesn't really require too much of a hard mechanic to actually pull off. So, with that said, let's see whether or not can this work out for Tercemar, because they need to win back-to-back games in order to go in for that reverse sweep.
Yeah, and seeing how this game is going to be coming in here, Tercemar, they've got so much cash potential and they've got all it takes to actually shut down the backlines. But for Pasti Menang, I don't know, you know, I was expecting game 1 to not go in their favor, but it eventually turned out in favor because they were just winning individually skilled on all fronts. So cash potential with the Forza was a big threat. This time it's in the hands of Tercemar. It feels like we are going to be dragging this game for another state, whereas Pasti Menang, they're relying on Sun making this kind of a jungle plays, and I don't exactly see who is going to be on the front lines. Maybe AK Gaming and Valor, it is all that it takes, maybe?
Yeah, perhaps so. And for Tercemar, of course, you just want to rush the elements up available and then make some significant plays. But, oh, Papa, though, he might actually go in for a little bit of shove, but he is already dropping down low now. Yor is going to be moving upwards as well. This does not look all too good. Flicker goes out. Yor gets the first blood.
Yeah, nothing much you could have done. Mixed Series Gaming gonna go in for the catch, but Tambay will sidestep it with the feather. Comes in for the re-engage. A little bit of harassment comes in. AK Gaming gonna force the reset and back off. Meanwhile, Vargas is gonna go in for the hyper buff all the way through.
So far, Mixed Race is gonna be poking a little bit of fun onto Tambay. We see first Brits of a feather flock together. Is slowly moving aside, but with a little bit of invade. Papa now tries to be a little bit more disruptive, but he's kind of, you know, giving himself away.
What is he doing? You know, he's died 2 times in a row. He's trying to go in for the disruptive plays, but is this the best of choice? Because it seems like he's just given away 2 kills to Rio and Yor, but at the same time, is it disruptive enough to slow down Panda's drop? Let's take a look at the jungles here coming from Pasti Menang. Panda's level 3, and Vargas DC is already level 4. So maybe it is working out, but Yor is going to try to make it 10. He does have the way of the dragon. Is he going to go for the follow-up? Yes, he is. Seems like he is going to be stranded as well. Anago going for the flicker to try and isolate his way through. Yor goes through the side flicker on top of that. They have going for a chase, and Yor survives it with the jukes. Wow!
That was smooth, and all you have to do is also pull the flicker, but Apollo's though 1 HP, and that's where Rio does secure the kill. Back over to the top side of the map, we do have Papa there. He's randomly walking into the enemy side, so that's 3 in a row.
Yeah, seems like that's going to be 3 in a row being swung in his way, and Pasti Menang, they're just going to take the lead in this very easily. Anagao tries to go for a sniper turtle, unfortunately misses the timing, doesn't connect, but that means the Sun is going to get a freebie in his process. But you can see, he is going to try and farm a little bit more. But bottom side, Rio, he's winning his lane so well against Anapolos. He's just completely bullying him with the catch. And on top of that, Rio going for the execute means there is going to be sure death instead of going for the flame shot. So that is going to be a lot of burst potential coming in from him. However, Tercemar, they need to figure out what to do. Anapapa is level 3. He doesn't have the implosion. He's been trying his best to slow down the farmers of RQ Panda with the Sun, but you can see he is slowly chipping away. He's popped the Eric's right, but the Feather Asteroid going for the snipe. He does have little vision, but unfortunately doesn't want to seem to connect the way through, as AK Gaming already revealing his spot, going for the disengage combo. The passive is available, but the catch coming in. Mixed Street Gaming looks like he's a big one, but the implosion will force him out of position as well. He does have the sustainability, and he's actually working out. And now Pasti Menang going for a forward, but Blazing Duet also going to completely flush them out. But it's only the Sun doppelgangers. That just means Pasti Menang will be able to get the very nice pick off on those polos.
You know, this is where, you know, being in the upper brackets is so important, where you got good enough rest. You can just basically wake up in the evening if you want to be fully refreshed and, of course, take your enemies on. Tercemar so far having very little room here in the early game, and that's where the River Crab also goes in the favor of the side of RRQ Panda. Meanwhile, Ryu just going to be holding this birdie man, Kaya, and even Anapolos. he's got no business to deal here.
Agreed. He's got a divine judgment, but you can see the focus fire coming in. Rio as well, going for the execute, and that's going to be just enough to trigger him into his lethal. Meanwhile, trades are coming in as well. They will catch Ana Polos again by Vargas, going for the Blaze. He flushes them out, but not going to be enough damage because while in the midst of all this happening, he's not getting a lot of benefits. So Polos has died another time thus far, and this is not looking good for him. However, he's going to force the issue here. He will try and take the risk, live on thin waters to try and farm up his experience. But while he's rotating top, little do they know, Yor's in the city. Oh, they're just gonna miss each other, and Yor will reveal his position. Tambay is there. He wants going for a challenge. He does have the way of Dragon, but Sicilian already used up his stun, so that's gonna be a mess up there as Anapapa will pull him back to take for the turret here to actually do some damage. Unfortunately, not working out.
Yeah, and I guess that the Tercemar just really have to stall right now. Papa is not as tanky as he wants to be for the moment after dropping 4 times in the row. I guess that he's not really feeling all too well in this regards, playing on the integral. Like, he definitely sees to be a little bit more on the uncomfortable note being on this hero. But, you know, some may argue it's just a T-roll anyway, so there's no wrong way or right way to play him.
Agreed. You know, but now Vargas is gonna get focused down. Daily Magic is available. Does he have to execute? No, he did not. So that's not gonna be enough to finish him off. So he will pay the price. With 4 seconds left on the clock with the execute, if he had it, he would have gotten kill. Unfortunately, say that's just super unfortunate for him. However, now, considering that there is aggression up top, means Pasti Menang is going to be invading towards the purple buff down bottom. Panda is there. They are going to try and jeopardize this here. You can see Alice on a go, going for a perfect blood. Oh, he catches on 4. But now, RQ is going to be able to survive this here. Panda trying to dish him out here, but they have to follow out, and he's going to be able to sustain his way through. They sync them out with the stag here, but Anapawa will go into the sacrifice, and Panda will not be able to get the finish. So they will eventually get Vargas. Oh my goodness, what a big pick-off coming from Pasti Menang.
Yeah, and you just look at how smooth that they're actually going right in. The only casualty that members inside of Pasti Menang had was Ryu, who has dropped 1 time by just going in for a certain dive. But it really didn't matter all too much. Now you just look at the goal graph, you're already seeing 3,000 difference when it comes down to goal. May not look as if it's a lot, but we're just talking about, what, 6 minutes into the game? And now Ryu gets picked off.
Agreed here, but now at the same time they have to back off in the safety of tier 1, but I don't know, they've got a very nice pick-off, but it has been 50-50 trades thus far, so it doesn't exactly help the Tercemar, but the economy is not that big of a swing.
And just looking at the current situation as well, the way that they are having the lack of rotation has definitely been hurting, but then again, Panda though now gets bursted down, and that's where finally they do get one more back on the other side of Vargas DC.
And as of now, you know, coming with this fight, having Vargas getting a little bit of farm is going to help him out a little bit, but he's only level 9. And you can see it is going to be contested total. They've got the Sun kind of taken out, so it means he is eventually going to scale into towards the later stage of the game. Anagal going to go for the isolation, tries to catch him off guard, but Yo from his back, he wants to go to catch him for our son. Unfortunately, misses him out. Here comes that wave of the dragon coming in, but is it going to be the right target? Yes, it is going to be Kaja, so he's going to pay the price. He steals the turtle on top of him coming from Yor, means Tercemar, they have to back out, and that's going to be a double kill in the hands of Rio as they look for more. Anagal making a run for his life, but unfortunately, will he be able to survive? With 1 HP, Panda will find him off, and that's going to be another double kill in the hands of Pasti Menang. And just like that, it is going to be a wipeout coming in from Pasti Menang.
That wipeout sure is going to be able to actually open so many doors for the likes of Pasti Menang right now. And I don't know, Tercemar, they still need to find a little bit more to just push the rest of the members of Pasti Menang back. Their airstrike has to be expended at the very least. So, as much as it hurts after having such a long day of fights, I guess this is where Pasti Menang looks to be the more dominant team for the evening at the very least.
Agree. Tercemar, they had the... it's just so unfortunate that Ana Polos could not do anything in that fight because he was consistently being targeted from Yor. And his, Way of the Dragon has been spot on, and he was able to steal not just the kill, he got the turtle, and he was able to escape with nearly 1 HP. But now the catch coming for Sicilian is going to be big. The explosion comes in. He's going to try and zone AK Gaming, but he's just a tank. And to my surprise, he's just super tanky. And Polos, oh no, Ryu! He caught him off guard, and that's going to be the buffs also getting taken out from the side of Pasti Menang.
Oh boy, now Pasti Menang is just going to be marching right in as well. Not too much that they can take. Just look at Pagasi. See, one auto attack that looks like. And he probably had like, what, nearly a quarter of his advantage just coming up from his HP bar. Meanwhile, this is going to be a little bit of a split push going on, 15 to 3. Golden Staff now being purchased by the Clot, having a little bit more of the item spike. But Lord is left available, so Pasti Menang, they can easily just go for this. Don't really have to worry about any sort of invasion coming in from Tercemar because this one will melt like butter.
Agreed. This Lord is going to completely get shredded just because of how much damage Sun brings to the table. And instead of having 1 unit, you're going to have 3. But Ana Papa, with the implosion, they're going to set off for the Feather Airstrike. But it's going to be enough. Rio will back out. Unfortunately, Papa will not going to be able to chain stun that vicinity. So quick fingers coming from Rio will save his life. Meanwhile, Tercemar almost 10k net worth behind Pasti Menang, as Pasti Menang seems to have a little bit more tankiness here. And pay attention to this, AK Gaming, he is a tank for Lyr, but he's 0-0-9.
Yeah, and overall, it also means that he just really want to look for those contributions. So this is a way of playing pure support Valir than, carry Valir that usually bursts people down. But then again, you could say that sometimes even when you build damage, it's still pretty much on a supportive role, getting those cooldowns.
Agreed, but now, RQ, they are gonna go in for the push with the Lord pushing on the middle side. This is gonna be the last hoo-ha coming from Tercemar. And their Feather Airstrike to start things up to try and push them off. The Sicilian tries to go in for the catch, but unfortunately doesn't seem to catch anyone here. The Sanguine Claw is gonna be spammed all the way through. Make sure you're gonna try and farm up some stacks on top of this wall. Now here comes the catch. The Wave Dragon coming from Yor. It's gonna be enough. And that's gonna be the opening here. With the truck, it has been purchased from Anapolos, but they will lose 2 inhibitors. And Pasti Menang will back out and respect this. Looks like they are looking for the Sanguine Claw catch. AK Gaming going for the stuns, and Polos is taking a little bit too much damage, but almost going for the setup with the Blood Oath, but the chain stuns are coming in. Feather Airstrike has been used to secure his way through. Make sure he has to back out. Penna going to be poking around with the illusions here, as you can see, there's just nothing major that Tercemar could have done. They're just so tanky.
Yeah, Thunderbolt coming in from Panda as well. He's just going to be hurting a whole lot more as well. So whatever he does, the clone does too. So Tercemar currently going in for the last stand. In this best of 5, this is going to be a little bit more difficult than they thought it will be. They only found 1 turret within the span of that 12-minute mark. And even to actually defend this, just look at the difference in levels, and it can clearly tell you that probably if they were to go for a fight, Panda will just absolutely crush it because he's already at level 15.
Agreed, but he's looking for the hunts again. AK Gaming, he knows exactly where they are. He's just taunting them, knowing that they are going to be treading this way through. Second Claw is going to pull him back, but AK Gaming is going to go for push as well. He's baited himself here. The pull comes in. Unfortunately, no follow-up whatsoever, but here comes the catch. A massive Sanguine Claw comes in. They have to back off. That's going to be the opening here. The Implosion Flicker as well, not connecting, and Ana Papa gets shut down. And that's going to be 1-for-1, attack for attack, and everyone with Tercemar manages to disengage. And Anapolos, almost losing his life once again. He has the Winter Trunking, so fortunately for him, he's going to live to tell the tale. But still, what seemed to be a great blunder there, actually keeping them alive.
Yeah, mixed read. This is going for a little bit of a teaser right there. Pasti Menang definitely has a lot of edge right here. They can't choose to actually wait for the engagement. Airstrike looking pretty good, but Ryu is his body very edge of it on a bite though. He tries to actually float away, but Cecilia will still secure it though.
Just by the edges. So that means that's going to be a great pickoff coming from Pasti Menang, as he's got the damage. But Yor once again going to be laying low for a bit as he wants to go in for a couple of finishes. But Anago is safely getting his stacks as quickly as he can. But it seems like it is going to be a game of stacks between both Alice as well as Sicilian, as sooner or later they are going to hit a lot of damage. Anago batching the Divine Glaive means the next upcoming burst there, he's gonna do so much damage to his Pasti Menang. And once again, they are looking to go in for a couple of pick-off fights again.
Yeah, and just taking their very sweet time, right? 18-5. Of course, it's Pasti Menang's game to lose if this is going to be the case. You know, like, it's going to be very, very hard to even drop the ball at all. Lord is going to be pretty much empowered. Luminous Lord now up online. He can go either side of the lanes. And with the base pretty much bare bone already, there's only one turret left. Over on towards the top inhibitor. Okay. Meanwhile,
what a crash here. Yor, he needs to back off. He goes for the Winter Trunket, but the follow-up comes in. Anapollos gets harassed out, but a big implosion comes in with the Winter Trunket. The Tercemar, they're fighting back, and Ana go. They can't seem to get a harassment as well. Mixed Game wasting a couple shots, but Yor will finish off the Forza. Anapapa is going to be next as well. Polos is going to be dead, but at the same time, Anapapa is trying his best as well. He's got the immortality, but a catch comes in. He still survives, and he's going to be able to live the telltale. There's no follow-up whatsoever, but the pokes will be enough. While that's actually happening, the minions also going to be pushing the turrets and the crystal for the back lines. But now, finally, as you can see, Rio is finally getting taken down. This long drawn-out fight is actually swinging in favor of Tercemar. This might be the comeback that Tercemar has been looking forward to for the longest of time.
And this is where we hit that 15-minute mark. We're heading into this late game. It's only slight difference between some of all these members, and they've already established just about enough goal, and they finally close up that sort of gap that there was. And AK Gaming now getting a fair airstrike. Gao tried to actually follow up, but that's going to be a little bit of choppers being sent right in. Oh, the damage though.
That's a big catch coming in. And great disengage coming from Pasti Menang with the help of Mixed Gaming, who was able to isolate and stall this fight as long as they can. Meanwhile, Tambay, dropping a little bit low. Needs to be careful. Yor looking for the push here. He sees him, and this is a great catch. Does he get a follow-up? Oh, does not have the flicker to commit. So close, just by a pixel. And Tambay will be able to back out this fight. Means that they are going to be losing on Forza next upcoming battle, as the Lord is going to get chipped away. The sun is there, but Papa, can he go for a massive implosion? He's going for a flank wrap around. Where's the follow-up? The second claw catches on Bagas, but can he get it for a Blazing Duet? But the Lord will be staying. The Blazing Duet has been expanded on top of that. They will try and chip away at Yor, but Yor will be the sacrificial lamb for the side of Pasti Menang as the fight will continue. Sun chips away at the tank, but he wants more. Bagas is going to be next. Polo's going to be with Drunkard, but the Rio pit is going to be there, and they have to back out. Immortality is up on Polos, but how long can he do? He will get chipped away at this Sun, as Tambay will be the only last two members alongside Gao with Alice and Farsa defending against this. This Sun is going to do so much work. The Lord is going to be pushing on the middle side, but fortunately for them, they've got 20 seconds left to stall this time. And Tercemar, they need to do all they can to defend against this. They need to drag this out as long as they can, but how will they do so? They have Gao.
This is where they are going in for a little bit of a celebration march. This is where the Lord comes right in, crashing. With only two members to defend, can they actually do it? No, Pasti Menang now going for a little bit more of that final push alongside Go. Get taken down for the killing spree. Anapapa, the last line of defense alongside with Tambay, needs to really pull it through. But now with a minute's wave already intact, that's where Pasti Menang needs to pull the trigger anytime now.
All the minions are hitting onto this crystal. They're taking a little too much. They need to set up for the Blazing Duet, but do they have damage? They take down Harley. Means there's going to be an opportunity. It's not over yet. Yor will finish on the backline. The big fat airstrike. Oh! It's a disaster for them, but the minions will finish off the crystal. Oh my goodness, they had the damage. Unfortunately, did not have it. But ladies and gentlemen, your grand champions coming from Indonesia, Pasti Menang are your champions.
Congratulations out of the many creators all across Southeast Asia. It is Pasti Menang from Indonesia, Fury Nexus, AK Gaming, Mixed 3, Alpha, as well as Vicky Yorvendi that has been able to take the very top prize, and they will be walking